What's up, everybody, and welcome to Very Real Tournament, a comedy battlecast that pits two very real opponents against each other in a very real fight. And this week, I got a question for you guys. Have you ever wanted to go back in time?
Whoa.
Whether it was to hunt down your past self and kill them, or
Murder children.
Murder children.
Oh.
Save your wife. Save Ferris Bueller's girlfriend.
I do have this photograph of my wife that I carry around. The audience can't see it, but
Yeah.
it's here to
Okay.
remind you of the stakes.
Dude, she's disappearing.
Oh no! Now it's like
Whoa.
Back to the Future. So many rules.
So I just took a photo of a random, beach? I don't understand. Why did I do this? How does this make sense?
What a beautiful vista! God, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a recurring theme about how time travel doesn't make sense today.
No, it never does.
Let's travel back to the first episode of Very Real Tournament.
Whoa.
And take Zach and take Butler and fucking throw him to the curb.
Yeah.
We kick Butler out of his own house.
Yeah.
And then my friends Corey and Colin walk in, and we just take this shit from day one.
Now I just wish we would have
Nice.
just rehearsed that and just actually did it. As it'd be fun.
It'll be like Star Wars Special Edition.
Yeah.
Very Alternate Special.
We just
Oh,
cut
yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
in over them the whole time.
Nice. We CG Butler's eyes blinking.
He never blinked while he was here.
It's
It
true.
was, it was really intimidating. It was really scary.
and no one can verify that because it's all audio.
And
Yep.
every other episode, it's like who spoke first, Joey or Nick? Because sometimes it's Joey, sometimes it's Nick, and then they kind of speak at the same time.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
kind of a
Yes.
chicken and an egg situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Speaking
Kind
of a chicken and an egg, we got two fighters for you guys this week. One of them is a chicken, one of them is an egg, and I'm not going to clarify any more than that. I'm going to leave it up to your imagination.
All right.
Wow.
We got Timecop, JCVD, versus... Stop doing that.
A RoboCop theme.
Versus Looper. That's right, JGL versus JCVD.
Nice.
If I hadn't said it before, and I have, but I'll say it again, we're so good at this.
Yeah.
Damn.
Especially by now, it comes to us so easily. Before we had to be like, oh no, what rhymes with 50 Cent now? We're just coming off the top of our head. Bam, boom. We're really good at this.
Yeah, we're doing all the denominations. Stay
Yeah.
tuned.
Yeah. Let's travel forward in time to the rest of this podcast. I'm Nick Potter.
I'm Joey Potter.
Colin Sage.
Gory music.
And it's about to get very confusing. All right, guys. This week, before we get into the fight, I want to share a little piece of mail that we got in our Gmail account.
Whoa.
We got mail. I just
Yeah.
realized that
We've got mail.
We've got mail.
It was-
Now, the fine people at Google did place this item in our spam folder.
Oh.
And you'll see why as I read it. I'm just going to read it
All right.
and
Okay.
listen to your all's reactions. It's titled, My Dear.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
My dear, with warm heart I offer my friendship and my greetings to you in the name of our Lord, and I hope this letter meets you in good time. I propose with my free mind as a person of integrity from God. I know that this message will appear as a surprise to you, that we barely know, but the grace of God directed me to you, and I wish you read this message and be blessed in the name of the Lord. I have a brain tumor.
Well, buried in the lead.
Wow.
Well done.
Wow.
I suffer terribly at the moment.
Oh, no.
My doctor just informed me that my days are numbered because of my health, therefore condemned to
Because of
certain
your
death.
health.
Certain death. Condemned to certain death. Currently, I have exhausted all my savings for my medical care.
Whoa.
But I do have some funds for my charity project.
Okay.
These funds are deposited with one of the security company here in Cote d'Ivoire, West Africa.
Okay. I guess they don't have health insurance there.
Yep. Purpose for charitable foundation. My marital status is such that I'm single because I lost my husband over 9 years now. And unfortunately, we have not had a child together, which I am no one to leave my legacy for. Therefore, to release my funds, I would like to make a donation so that there's no stiff tax on my money.
Oh.
To this, I would be so graceful, and I'm reading this word for word,
I
so if
believe
there's,
you.
grammar errors, it is not to my fault. To this, I would be so graceful, and in order to help the poor, to give what amounts to said legacy worth 4 million euros to enable you establish a charitable foundation in my memory so that the grace of God be with me until my last home so I can receive an honorable place with the Lord our Father. I have no fear, because before contacted you, I have several nights prayed for the Lord to give me the contact of a trusted person of whom I can entrust this matter, and I believe my contacts to you is divine. Know that you can keep 30% of the money for yourself,
there it is.
and the rest will be used to create a charitable foundation in my memory and a federation in the fight against cancer, and also build orphanages. I count on your goodwill, and especially on the proper use of these funds, have something I do not doubt, because I have great confidence in you that God may guide me toward you. My address is marissa.williams11@yahoo.com.
Nice.
Awaiting your prompt reply, receive my cordial and fraternal greetings. Yours sincerely, Mrs. Marissa Williams.
Wow.
I just want to thank Marissa for just reaching out to us.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
really.
When are we getting
Appreciate
that 4 million?
We're getting 30% of that for
We're getting-
Joe, because
right,
we're not
well-
going to steal from charity and orphanages and brain cancer.
Exactly. We have to make sure everyone remembers Marissa Williams.
11@yahoo.com.
Turns out, guys, turns out we're all facing certain death.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So now I
it's
want
coming
my-
for us all. So I think we deserve
I
it
just,
all.
I just,
Do
I'm
you
just
want your
so-
own orphanage now? Is that what you're saying?
No, but now I am.
yeah.
What if
I-
we make a mistake and we build like a cancer orphanage?
Right.
Whoa.
Like an orphanage.
Hey,
for
Marissa
cancer.
Williams
Two birds, one
entrusted
stone
us
at yahoo.com.
to do the right thing. Okay?
Right.
We build a regular orphanages,
Okay.
and then we also build a charity cancer.
Right.
Wow, my
Wow.
word.
Charity cancer.
Charity cancer. That's the best cancer I've
We
ever
build
heard.
an
Are you a spam email?
Oh, no, it's infected me.
Oh, put him in the trash.
Are you a robot? Because you have to say if you're a robot.
Well, Corey, look, I'll look at you and see how many pictures you have that have stop signs in them, and then you can tell for sure.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna build an orphanage for Joey. Okay.
Okay.
And it's just Joey's orphanage, and then we're gonna come here and we're gonna play
it
with
a-
him.
It's okay, so it's just a house for Joey that he lives in.
Well,
all
no,
day.
it's an orphanage, and he's here. His mother's also here.
Yeah, I'll remind you that Joey's in fact not orphaned.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the mom being with Joey instantly cancels out the orphanage.
Can you legally be orphaned after you're 18?
I don't think so.
I think you're just a person then.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I'm a 30-year-old. I almost said virgin.
You are a
I'm a
man.
30-year-old orphan. Please help me.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so thank you, Marissa Williams, for entrusting us with 30% of 4 million euros, which is, anybody got math?
No, I don't,
Shut
but I
up.
do have charity cancer for you. Look out. It's coming for
It's
you.
coming to you.
We don't want
Yeah.
a solution to that.
So, guys, this is just... I'm showing you all that if you send us an email, we'll fucking read that
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, absolutely.
It doesn't just have to be our good friend Melissa.
Marissa.
Man,
Yeah,
guys,
oh, man, see?
reading that is messed up.
I'm cutting you out of the
brain.
30%. You can't even remember the goddamn woman's name.
You're right, Marissa. My graceful and sincerest apologies.
Right.
And I
to
love
you
how
and
she
yours.
she entrusted us with that, and we read it on this podcast.
Well, yeah. Because I know that our fans will all rally around the orphanage and they'll walk for
In cancer.
brain cancer,
Yeah.
and they'll walk
Okay.
to the orphanage and high five Joey.
Yeah. As they pass his bigger orphanage.
And he's taking all the Xboxes that everyone donated to his orphanage.
Right. And he sticks his arm out the window, and it's like right by the sidewalk, and so all the kids have to high five him as
Yeah.
they walk by.
Some kids are bringing him Panda Express.
All these kids
yeah,
have
he's running a
cancer, by the
racket.
way, which
Yeah.
is really, well, hey, you do you.
I'm
I
a
respect
cancer.
it.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, Joey's a cancer.
There we go.
It all comes
Society.
together.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Nick.
Damn.
You're not, Joey. You barely leave your house. You can't be doing that much damage, dog.
Oh, got him, dude.
Burned him
got me, dude. You got me.
him up.
That might be the hardest I've got.
Dude, you
on this
just
podcast.
I'm recovering from all of my grammatical whoopsie daisies I just had.
Dude, you just got roasted so hard your pajama pants are burnt.
Yeah, dude. Turn that orphanage into a burn ward, am I right?
Whoa.
Got some well done pants on, guys.
Speaking of well done, we have 2 well done movies we're going to be talking about, and 2 well done characters that are going to be fighting in today's very real tournament.
A real pizza face.
One, a real pizza face. One, the best mullet I've ever seen.
Yeah. I'd rather have the best mullet than be pizza face.
Pizza face, I've come for you. Okay, so we got Looper, the character Joe, JGL, taking on the time cop himself, Max Walker.
Oh, Walker's back, baby.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Let's talk about these movies. Team Looper, just going around in a loop, Joey and Colin.
Yeah.
Time is cyclical. I think you guys would agree at this point, now that you've seen the movie.
Yes.
On the other hand, me and Corey believe it's a straight line. Time cop.
Yeah.
Corey, Nick, on that team.
On the other hand, you guys believe time is a car.
Yes. A car
ride
that... yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about it. But cars is my biggest problem with that movie.
Yeah. Time isn't a circle or a line in Time Cop. It's like when my 1.5-year-old daughter tries to draw with crayons, and it just is like a big squiggle. Like that's time in Time Cop.
I thought you were going to say the old Windows 95 screensaver where it's like a little bubble thing. That goes around.
basically.
Like one of those mazes where it just goes on forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot like that.
So, Joey, Colin, do you want to tell us about the Rian Johnson classic Looper?
Time
And the character
travel
Joe.
hasn't been invented yet, but 30 years from now, it will be, and it's instantly outlawed. And then a bunch of criminal syndicates run it. And so, since it's the future, it's hard to get rid of a body.
For no
so,
reason.
Really hard
They
for-
time travel the body to the past, and they kill him.
Time Looper. Joey,
the
you can
only-
take your facial prosthetics off now.
feel like
You
the
did
face-
it.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
there
took
you go.
my clay face off.
Yeah.
Right.
You do look kind of more like Bruce Willis, but yeah, it's affecting the performance.
Also, Joey just did that from the hip, no notes. He
I
just
got
Right.
no
That
notes.
was great. That was great. Well,
Yeah.
he says it 5 times in the movie. So.
It's funny. It's by the second or third time where it's just like somebody's just like, "What's happening?" He's like, "Time travel hasn't been invented yet." It's
know,
like you're
he's
telling
reading
a
it
lot
off
of
the
people
script.
this.
30 years from 30 years. Stop saying that.
It would make sense if they were when they showed an initiation scene.
Yeah.
And then they drilled it into their heads or
Yeah.
something like that.
But no. So we got Joe. He's a looper. He kills for the future. That's ran by who's that? Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jeff
in the
Daniels.
past. He is a really. He's a really bad hitman, is what he is.
And kind of a shitty person in general.
He's so bad he only kills people that are
tied up already?
Yeah, tied up
Yeah.
and have a sack over their head.
Yeah,
and
so
on their knees.
he gets a scrap of paper handed to him in a dark alley or something, telling him a time. I think it's just a time. He picks the place, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because he
they
has his
pick the
own place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a person that's bound and gagged shows up.
Already.
He kills him, disposes of the body.
They have silver bars attached
Yes.
to their back.
Yeah, they get
That's how he
paid.
gets paid.
In most cases, but yes.
Yes, and he kills them with a blunderbuss, which
is a silly gun.
it's kind of a silly gun. It
silly
makes a cool
name,
noise
too.
though. It's just a tube.
Yeah. I wish they would have, Rian Johnson tried to make it cool. He's like, I'll call it a blunderbuss, like in the old school. But it's just a tube gun.
Yeah,
it
so
might
he
as well
has-
be a potato cannon.
It's a
silly.
baseball bat that shoots out of the end, is what it is. And yeah, I mean,
Man,
Colin?
That's
wouldn't that
kinda-
movie
no,
be so
that's-
much cooler if Joseph Gordon-Levitt beat him to death with a baseball bat when they
Dude,
came back
it's
in
like
time?
every time. It's like the Untouchables every time. Oh, I love it,
That'd be
dude.
sick.
and he's naked.
Yeah.
Why'd you bring me back to a shower?
Jeff Daniels was like, are you sure you want to pick the shower every time? And we have tube guns. You don't need the baseball bat, you sick fuck.
He takes the tube gun and just starts beating them to death with the tube gun. It's like, you don't get it?
Yeah, the reason that it's a tube gun is, I guess this thing is designed to not miss anything more than 10 feet away.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they also have guns. They're called GATs.
Yeah, because we got blunderbusses, we got GATs.
And I
He's trying
guess
to do
only
some
cool
real
kids.
Firefly shit. The guns look like the guns from Firefly. They're using kind of mix 'em up languages where some stuff is future and some stuff is
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Joe. He also is a drug addict.
Right.
Yeah.
Severe drug addict.
For sure.
He puts I don't know, what would you relate that to? Maybe cocaine, maybe acid,
Yeah,
Molly.
probably Probably some sort of Molly acid cocaine.
Yeah, fusion, and it
Future
drips
mix 'em
into
up,
drips into.
What does
his
Ryan
eyes.
Johnson call it? I don't know. Fun powder. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi. Ooh. I got him?
God, I don't know. He got himself expectations. Yeah, so he's a drug addict. He's just kind of okay at stuff.
Right.
Like, he's not really.
He's not the
superhero.
best.
He's got a bunch of fucking prosthetics all over his face because
Yeah.
I have a feeling that the studio was like, man, this movie's just like a kind of a time travel movie, whatever. Anyway, how are we going to market this? Ooh, what if we take Joseph Gordon-Levitt and put a bunch of shit on his face and say, hey, he looks like Bruce Willis?
I mean, I'd really like to know. I wish I would have listened to the director's commentary. If that was an artistic choice or not.
Right.
I feel like it was.
Right, because like we're suspending our disbelief for fucking time travel.
Right. You don't need
But
the nose.
yeah, like if you were just like Joseph Gordon-Levitt turns into Bruce Willis, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I believe
care.
that Ted Mosby was like ended up being Bob Saget.
Yes,
How I Met
well,
Your Mother.
absolutely.
It was it was in every bit of marketing that I remember.
Yeah.
It was never not in the marketing, so I wonder, I don't know. It makes me wonder if it was like, oh, this like super choice.
Maybe it's because like the Hours, Nicole Kidman won an Oscar, and JGL's like, "How do you win an Oscar? Fake nose."
I don't know, but all I can
I don't
think,
think that was JGL at all. I think it was Ryan Johnson who has
Yeah.
a boner for JGL.
You know what people expect? Normal noses. I'm going to subvert their expectations.
nice.
Subvert
All I could
his
think of
nose.
though is that Bruce Willis has been famous for a long time.
Yep.
So you can go back and look at young Bruce Willis. Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't look a fucking
Yeah.
thing like young Bruce Willis. You know who he wants to look like?
Yeah,
Robert
De
De
Niro.
Niro. Yeah.
De
Sure.
Niro.
Which
Yeah.
again,
I'm showing
bring back-
everybody De Niro face where he's smiling and
Yeah.
squinting,
Yeah, he
and his
does that.
eyebrows go real up and hard, and he's like,
Again, baseball
Yeah.
bats.
Yeah.
Joseph
Untouchables.
Gordon-Levitt even makes that fucking face the whole movie where he
Yeah.
like smiles with his eyes almost closed and is like,
Yeah.
he does that. When does Bruce Willis ever do that?
Yeah. I
Well,
don't
yeah.
know.
Secret is it was actually he was gonna be old Robert De Niro,
Right.
and they couldn't get him.
But we already filmed that part of the movie.
Everything else.
Even the
Maybe.
scene where he's talking to Bruce Willis.
It was. This is the second time I've seen it, and it's been so many years that I guess I liked it at first. I liked it now. It's not a bad movie, but rewatching it, I guess I was like, okay, I'll really kind of look at things now because it's not fresh and
That's
right.
Ryan Johnson's.
And
only
then I
weakness.
was like, he's doing a De Niro, and he looks like De Niro. What is happening?
I
Why
was-
was this the marketing?
I will say the shot of them at the diner where they're both kind of back and it's profile, I could see it.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
But then you get the snapshot where Bruce Willis throws the gold at him, and it's
Yeah.
like that insert shot of his face, and it just looks like a non-human.
Yeah. Also, my favorite part of all this face bullshit and face off is when they're going through the time montage where Joseph Gordon-Levitt's
Oh
getting
my
older,
God,
yeah.
right? So he's getting older, his hair's getting longer, and then they start thinning out Joseph Gordon-Levitt's long hair until it's just like this nasty, like little bits of long hair
like
coming up.
emo, like
Right.
it's like combed over and Bruce Willis,
Right,
And
but
it's just
then,
like,
but wait, it's the hard cut between Joseph Gordon-Levitt getting older in each shot and more makeup and more like thinning of the hair,
Right.
and then all of a sudden it's a hard cut to Bruce Willis, but has the same stringy
hair.
long hair,
Yeah.
and he's got like no makeup, like they didn't even powder his face,
Right.
And it's like, what the fuck?
It's like that old, like it's an old riddle where like if you cut something in half and you keep cutting it in half and you keep cutting it in half, theoretically you're never going to get there. That's
Right.
what happened with this movie.
Right.
I'm never going to believe you getting to Bruce Willis because you're fucking not Bruce Willis.
It makes me
You're
think
just
that Bruce
not.
Willis, I'm just going to do this one time.
Right.
And you're not going to get me in any kind of like, it gradually gets worse. It's just like, I'll do one of these things with this stupid fucking hair.
Yeah, and
that's
then
it.
I am bald again.
They should have just, it would have made more sense if they just cut from him to just old ass Bruce Willis.
They should have had him doing a 50-50 and shaving his head at some point.
Yeah. Anything else other than that hard jump cut
Yeah.
to Bruce Willis, and it's like a super close up, and he turns into the camera with the stringy hair, and it's like, what
like the grimiest person in existence.
Yeah.
I know, but it looks so like a student film. Like, all right, how do we make him look like him? Just put the hair on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, it sucks because, like, look, I know we're going to shit on this movie a lot. I like this movie.
No, I like this
on
movie
its
too.
Not a bad
own.
movie. It's fine.
When
it's
you break
just
it
that
down-
snapshot of the
Right.
the face shit.
Right, but I'm saying when you sit and think about this whole movie for a minute, you're like, man, none of it makes fucking sense. Like, yeah, sure, they don't look alike, but you're like, man, Bruce Willis cannot be affected and killing the Rainmaker simultaneously.
Right.
Like, that's a really simple time travel
Or like
thing.
the scene where like the guy's running away and he's getting his limbs chopped off,
Which
and like
is
the limbs
cool.
disappear, but that's not how time works. So he's still in the exact same spot in time without a left leg? Like, that's not how time would work, right?
Right.
It would butterfly effect, and he would end up doing something else.
Yeah,
right?
but see, this is what your movie covers and our movie breezes over, which I'm fine with because it's just so simple and straightforward. And it's not so much... Looper isn't about time travel. It just has time travel in it.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess
it's
you could
about
argue that.
crushing depression and sadness, and everyone is sad.
It's about a demon child that has superpowers.
My problem with the movie is how it establishes its rules and then breaks them immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a problem with any movie that does that.
I was
hate to
less
keep bringing it up,
distracted.
but that's Ryan
Right.
Johnson's
But-
thing.
Right.
I realized this time around, also looking at it, was that it's really fucking depressing. I kind of forgot how depressing it was, and like everyone's shitty. Everyone is shitty. Everyone is like their life sucks, and their lives never get better.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just like down, 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 down into the dirt.
Well, Looper came out in 2012, and we're watching it in 2019. Maybe our life is just becoming more like Looper.
Whoa.
My hair's getting thinner.
Are
I'm
you
getting
saying
more Bruce
Joey
Willis-like.
is the Rainmaker?
And by the way, I have all these silver bars for we can.
I wish currency would turn into that.
I know, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just really inconvenient when he has like 10,000 silver bars.
Yeah, but here's
and
the
a
thing.
hatch.
If you get all that money, it's heavy. You have to lift that money. You get ripped.
Okay.
So you're
right.
ripped and rich.
Oh, yeah, money
Nice.
is too light now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta really feel the weight of it.
That's why all those British people are so cut. 'Cause
need
they
a-
have those coins over
I
there.
need a kettlebell credit card.
Yeah, like if I have too much money in my wallet, I just get like lower back pain because I'm like sitting up.
Yeah.
You know? But if I had like dumbbells of money, like if
I
that was
see.
currency.
Yeah.
When you want to go buy something expensive like a big new TV,
Yeah.
you can't carry all the money at once. So you have to keep running back and forth from your house
you're
to
working
drop
out.
off
You're
more of the
working out.
money.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's like 300 gold bars? Okay, hold
And
on.
then
And you
when I
bring,
finally
like,
have the
5
thing,
at a
I'm
time.
Bruce Willis.
Yep.
Whoa. But you have the long stringy hair.
Yeah, you're not quite to bald Bruce Willis yet.
Yeah, you gotta
That's
cut
when you
that
get
shit.
home and shave your head because you look at the Best Buy reflection. Like you look at a
I look at the
fucking
reflection
TV.
of my new TV.
Yeah, you're like, oh god, it's so stringy. I was too busy getting fucking cut.
Yeah, everyone at Fort Knox is ripped and looks like Bruce Willis. It's uncanny.
Okay, let's transition over to Timecop.
Max Walker. Didn't think about that name very long, did they?
Nope. What I do... Okay, so first of all, Max Walker, he is a police officer that becomes a time cop. He's part of the time enforcement...
Commission?
Oh,
Something like that. You know, it's something.
Pretty sure it's commission.
I think it's TEC.
It's the
Commission.
TEC.
Yeah.
And that's about it. That's all you need to know about him. He has a sweet mullet. At first, not at first anyway.
Because, as we'll discuss, that mullet changes everything. Like his DNA, who he is. He looks like Bruce Willis now. I don't know.
What I love about this movie is I
his
looked at
wife's
it.
role play kink.
Yeah, oh, she has a role play
Yeah.
whore. Ferris Bueller's girlfriend grew up.
Oh,
Sloan,
yeah,
that's her
I
name.
didn't- yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Sloan grew up and got herself a JCVD.
Got herself nude in a movie in the first
11
8 minutes.
I counted 11, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Either
okay.
way.
But
11
that's what I
minutes.
like about this movie.
It's because
is
the
that
title sequence was 2.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
They get
We're just translating the same thing.
right, kind of like Looper, except in a little bit more natural way. They get everything out of the way in the first 15
Yeah,
minutes.
that
They're
first scene, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, the first scene is like, okay, what? He has machine guns in the past. That doesn't make any sense. And then it cuts to congressional hearing.
Man.
Which,
Look,
Nick, real fast, just want to go back, say, like, back in time, what did they steal? Gold bars.
Yep.
Just
Oh,
saying.
Looper,
Well,
it's all
hold
Loop.
on, dude, because your boy, sorry, not to cut you off like that, but I mean, I just want to say, when I was watching the 2 to 5 minute opening credits scene, I started thinking, Time Cop. Man, this movie's going to be probably lame, but they should like go back and arrest Hitler. Timecop? I mean, come on. Like, they should do fun time things. I know they're not gonna because of budget. And then the very first thing is fucking cyber machine guns in the Confederacy. And I was like, oh!
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
then
dope.
Immediately after that, guy's like, what do you think we're going to go back and arrest Hitler? Fuck you.
Which is funny.
Hey, Colin, go fuck yourself.
Well, it's funny because the sequel is called The Berlin Decision when they're going back to kill Hitler.
But
they
my
shit
mind
on
was
it immediately.
blown that they immediately addressed my concerns
Yeah.
with the movie.
But what they did was they were like, okay, weird time thing happens. Cut to congressional hearing. Look, Mr. President, like basically like that, but it's for the Mr. Board Member. Time travel exists. People are already abusing it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, cut Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Real fast, though, I'm going to throw it in. Cut to Senator McComb for 15 seconds. That way the audience
like,
knows that guy's evil.
Right.
The most obviously
the
evil
young
person.
hot shot that looks malicious.
Yeah. Looks like
Yeah.
a fake Al Pacino.
So it's like, okay, time travel exists. People before the government even hears about it, people are already abusing it. Cut to Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's a cop. He has a wife. She gets killed. Boom. We're in the movie. Like, that's it.
yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was a great little like, okay, get all this bullshit out of the way. Here we are.
Yeah.
Bullet time.
It's funny because his name is Max Walker, and he has a similar backstory to Max Payne because
Yeah.
his family gets murdered in a government conspiracy, just like in Max Payne. Just throwing it out there.
Another thing I like about this movie that they don't address enough with these foreign bodybuilder actors is that his wife says, like, you don't speak English very good.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank you for fucking acknowledging that these guys don't have good English.
But he
I
knows
like
the
to
good
watch them
words.
punch, but man, they have trouble talking.
Well, he went from playing an army captain in Street Fighter to at least I think we can acknowledge it now, right?
What do you think he whispered in her ear?
Oh, the Scarlett Johansson at the end of the movie.
What? No.
I'm talking about Lost in Translation. Forget it. I can forget
Okay,
it.
I got you. No, when they're walking through the mall, and she's like, you don't know any words. It's like, I know the good ones. And he leans in like and whispers something in her ear.
He
I
says
think it was.
Pergina.
I'm going to get that vagina.
We'll work on it, honey.
I'm going to do with the splits on your face.
So
Ooh.
the way time travel works in Timecop is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So to go back in time, if you're part of the TEC, you jump in a rocket car and fly towards a wall.
Yeah.
Why does the
Then-
wall
Why
have to
does
be
Why
there?
does
Yeah,
the wall
I
have to
don't-
be there?
yeah.
They're like, he's even like those people. Some people splatted. They did. No one cleaned the bloodstains. By the way, this is a government.
years.
This is a government facility, and they just left to remind everybody.
Yeah,
They
that's
left
like
the dumb bloodstains.
Like, and why did it happen? Well, you got to like you have to believe you could time travel before you could time travel. Like,
Well, yeah, because they're like, it's not a perfect science every time, and I was like, it's not. You guys, it's the government.
You
I guess it's still better than getting put in a dirty oven.
Yeah, like
in
Bruce
like a-
Willis.
Why did they go in an oven?
and also they go like, as Nick was saying, they go back in time via rocket car,
Yeah. And
and
then
then he comes back via rocket
Well,
car.
they appear. Excuse me. They go into a rocket car. It disappears.
Yep.
Back to the Future style. Then they appear out of a portal.
Yeah.
Not in a car.
No car.
Just
Wom,
people.
wom,
Yeah.
time bending.
Wom.
It's
And
like,
then
yeah,
when
it's like
they
Mario
go.
World and Yoshi. Like, Yoshi's got to stay outside the castle,
Right.
I guess.
And then when they go back, it's through a womp portal as people, and then they appear back in the car,
rocket car?
and the car comes back facing
way.
the other way.
like
Where
who's
does the
doing
car
these
go
no
in time? Does it just sit and wait?
I don't know, man. It's like Die Hard where the guy's just waiting. When you go down.
Now that I'm thinking about it, guys, what is the best time travel device? We got stupid
DeLorean.
rocket car. We have cool DeLorean. We have easy
Oven.
bake. We have dirty,
Dirty
oven.
oven.
We have we have hot tub. We have
What's the
Guy
primer?
Pearce one? Oh, the primer where they
Where
crawl
it's
in
like
a box.
Yeah, it's a box.
They just crawl in a box.
They crawl
on
on
the
a plot
other side.
device.
I think the time machine
Nice.
one's pretty cool looking. It
Yeah,
looks,
the
you
Guy
know.
Pearce time machine one. Where it's like a big
Interstellar.
worm.
You drive through a wormhole, black
Oh,
hole.
black
you
hole.
finally spoiled it for me. I still hadn't seen it, so there's time travel in that movie.
Fuck you, Nick.
know.
Yeah, sorry. Time
We
to
have
Flat
the
Circle.
jumping device from MIB3.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
jumping
Oh yeah,
device.
which
We have
kind of
to-
happens in Time Cop, sort of,
Yeah.
where they
Yeah.
fall off the building.
He has like an amulet, and he has to jump off of a building.
Yeah, stupid. They could have given him a rocket car, and I would have been fine. There's
Avengers-
already rocket cars in those movies.
Avengers Endgame has like the big sort
Oh,
of
yeah, the-
platform.
You just go real small until you
Time
go
travel.
in time.
Yeah. There's also the train in Back to the Future 3.
There's the diary from the Butterfly Effect.
Oh, there's the mailbox
Whoa.
from the Lake House or whatever that Keanu Reeves movie is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You got the
It's-
time turner from Harry Potter.
Whoa.
Oh, that's probably the best one.
That's probably the best
That's the best
one.
one.
I think
like that's
so.
the best one. That one's awesome.
Yeah, if we're talking vehicles.
Well, if you're trying to go way back at the time turner, though, you gotta you gotta sit there and
Yeah.
spin
But
that
you'll
shit.
get jacked.
Jack.
Harry Potter comes back like
What?
all these gold
Yeah,
bars.
Just like fat fingers.
Yeah, Harry, I think I saw you at 2 different classes. What's going on? And you have these massive fingers.
Nothing. He gives her a thumbs up and his thumb is huge.
it looks like one of those like foam fingers, but it's just his hand. Go Wizards! I don't know what their mascot's called in that movie.
The wizards. Yep. Themselves.
I was able to just insert my wand into my finger like a splinter. I just carry it with me wherever.
Yeah, I like that one. The
Yeah.
DeLorean's pretty cool.
DeLorean's
I guess.
cool. I
At
like
least
the
that's fire
train.
tracks, you know.
Yeah, that's also true. I like the one in the time machine too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
It's like, there's like a piece of cloth comes out of it and it ages really fast. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool looking. Not a good movie though.
But guys, what about the hit film Welcome to Yesterday?
Whoa.
Renamed Project Almanac.
Yeah.
Where like 17-year-old kids
That
build
was
it
the
out of
best.
like an Xbox 360.
There's also there's another one that just came on Netflix where it's like a backpack or something.
Man,
You're thinking of Punks.
Nope. There's another time travel thing on Netflix. That has
It was.
backpacks.
I mean, Project Almanac is a backpack.
I remember when we saw me and Joey saw the trailer for Welcome to Yesterday. It was in the theater, and we both like screamed "Welcome to Yesterday" and couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, and then like a week later, it's like, yeah, they're changing the name.
We heard 2 kids in Kentucky laugh really
Michael
hard.
Bay was in that theater, and he's just like, fuck. And he's just-
Oh, that's the guy that left after we did that? Shit. Because we were like, oh, wow, a time travel movie. That seems neat. Welcome to Yesterday.
yeah,
Fuck yourselves.
that's a pretty dumb movie.
so what are the capabilities of
Okay,
Max Walker?
Well, so he has a lot of capabilities. He has like futuristic guns that kind of, I guess, they're just modified rifles and shotguns, but still pretty
Basically.
cool. He is really good athletically. He can do the splits to avoid lightning, electricity, water.
Electrified
Yeah.
ground. He can jump up and do them.
He can kick you with precision while you're skateboarding towards him.
Man,
Rollerblading.
that is almost like
You're
a
right, my
fucking
bad.
Walker Texas Ranger-esque like style of
Max
policing.
Walker.
Max Walker. There we go. We're there.
Yeah.
But it's like, once again, if I was skateboarding and a cop almost kicked me in the face,
Rollerblading.
You would pull your iPhone out and start recording.
Yep.
It. Yeah.
it's crazy.
And he says, "Read it."
yeah, he doesn't even say like officer of the law or anything. It's just like, who are you?
Well, you also stole an old woman's purse right
Well,
before
that's
that.
true.
On that point, though, later on in the movie, he goes back in time and like shoves that guy before he does anything, which means he kind of just assaulted that guy for no reason. If you
He
think
kinda
about
did.
it,
It's very
mulleted
Minority
man
Report.
Minority
attacked
Report,
me,
exactly.
Even
Yeah.
the guns and stuff reminded me of Minority Report.
Yeah. He's a really good improviser too. Like any fight, people sneak up on him or betray him all the time. So
Yeah.
he's always like, trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah,
to
he's
get-
not quite on Blade level of like knowing what's coming and
Yeah.
can't get like double, triple
Well,
bluff.
he's not good with subtlety. That's his problem. Like
Right.
he has a conversation with McComb that we might as well just do the joke. I can't wait to murder you. Like he's
Yeah.
just, oh yeah, I'll bring him down. I'm gonna comb over. Dude, like, just fucking calm down for a second.
Yeah,
and
it was a
solve the
little
crime.
too blunt.
Yeah, it was really blunt. But he's speaking of blunt, power wrenches. He's good with those.
Yes.
Anything you find, he will use. Anything he finds, he will use as a weapon and kill you with it.
Yeah,
He definitely will punch a woman, no questions asked.
Well,
Yes.
after protesting a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I don't want to do that. And then she's like, but I want to. He's like, okay, me too. I'm in.
He's really good at
fetish.
fighting in the dark when it's super hard to see.
Yeah.
These are all the notes I took. He turns his enemies into goo.
Yeah. Oh, well, by shoving them into each other. Jesus Christ.
Like the best
I liked-
Marvel villain.
I liked that.
Yellow Jacket.
Also,
Yeah.
he's got
I liked when they turned into goos.
super
silly.
it looked like the video game Silent Hill, the first one.
Yeah, he's
on
got
PlayStation.
super awesome puns, like when that weirdo pervert technician is like fucking his computer.
Yeah.
And he's like, looks like safe sex to me.
Yeah.
But he also has like really bad puns. Like whenever he freezes the dude and says "Have a nice day," I'm like, "Why didn't you say have a nice day?"
Yeah.
It was right there.
He might have. Accent.
That's true. That's true.
Damn. Yeah, we'll never know. We have to go back and look at the subtitles.
What's with
Yeah.
what's with people with bad accents saying "Have a nice day" or "Nice to meet you"? It's
Yeah.
a weird thing.
We'll have to
I
get
don't
in a
know.
rocket car and
Why-
Well, they have to give him cool puns, or else they're just saying lines, and those aren't nearly as good.
Hey,
Like if Arnold would have had regular dialogue in Predator instead of just like a bunch of one-liners, it probably would have been a worse movie.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
If you
knock knock.
Yeah. Stick around. Yeah.
Stick around. Why in the epilogue was their old house still there?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
It
The house
blew up.
It blew
Yeah.
up.
It blew up
Should
both
not-
times. Both times.
Yeah.
And then it was just there.
They rebuilt it. He's like, I liked it that way.
Maybe he went back in time again. We didn't see it. There's a lot of questions.
On that note, Colin,
He's got
I
a
want to
rocket car
talk
parked
about
out
the
back.
biggest problem in this movie, and that's with how the TEC works.
Okay,
So
yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme comes back, and the future's changed, and nobody in the TEC knows what's going on. He's like, this happened, and he's like, what? What? Like the guy in charge.
yeah, the
Yeah.
director.
Yeah.
The director.
What are you
And he's
talking
like,
about?
Yeah,
Why
he's
you-
like, we're best friends. And he's like, what? No, we're not. We're workplace acquaintances. Dude, get out of here. Step off. But it's like, okay, you run a time travel fucking policing unit. You have to have fucking safeguards
Protocol,
for that
yeah.
shit.
Right.
Yeah, like
Contingency
if one of your
plan.
dudes comes back and you don't know what he's talking about, you have to listen to him.
Yeah, or like have some it's like a time shock as opposed to shell shock.
Yeah,
Like
he's
you gotta deal
acting
with it.
like Jean-Claude Van Damme's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
When
And
he
in the
comes
beginning,
back.
when they explain time travel, they even say this could fuck up everything.
Right.
Like if someone goes back in time and does something crazy, it'll change everything.
Yeah, it's like Scooby-Doo, like people talking about ghosts. Ghosts? What are you talking about? We've established that there are ghosts. Why are we
Right.
forgetting the rules now?
Yeah, I had a huge. I was infuriated during those scenes.
I guess they wanted to punch up the drama. Like, yes, everything has changed. Yes, everything has changed. Yes, the movie is over with.
Right,
Here are
but
the
man,
credits.
It would have been so cool if they would have had protocol, though. If he's like, okay, you have to go in here and record all of this or whatever, and something like we need your statements or anything to like show that they have some sort of fail safe for when someone changes the
Hey,
future that they're trying to stop.
They did have a failsafe. It's called the director just commits like treason with him.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
All of
Yeah.
a sudden.
While going, are you my best friend? We're best friends, right? We're best friends. Oh, I'm dead. I love you, best friend. Apparently, best friend. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm dying for you, even though we were just co-workers a few minutes ago to me. And then at the end, when his house is rebuilt, he also has a fucking son that's like at least
He's never
6
met.
that he's never met and now
Yeah,
has
that's
to
gotta be
pretend.
fucked up.
What's the end game here, bud? Are you going to pretend like, oh, yes, I've known you forever? Are
Yeah,
you going to talk
like-
to... Does your wife know that you're the one that she met 10 years ago? Whoa, what is
Right.
happening? I need a Bruce
Exactly.
Willis scene and don't worry about it.
I thought about that too, and I think it's not necessarily confusing. It's confusing to the character, and I think he's just going to roll with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like his wife might question it, but he lied. He lied to her earlier when he was just like, "Don't tell anybody. Don't tell him. Whatever." I can totally see him just being like,
But
"It's
what,
just me."
but what happened
Right.
to the... So what happened to the past JCVD then?
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
right.
where's he been? And
This
where
is
he
why
now?
Looper is fine. Where it's just like, hey, he killed himself and he just warps out of existence.
Well, that does...
Done.
Similar little rules in Timecop because someone, I think they mentioned, you didn't kill the young one. If you killed the young one, the old one would be dead. I'm like, oh,
Right.
it's like Looper. Cool.
Yeah, they have that
So
sort
there's
of.
some consistency in our two movies to
Right.
use.
But okay, Colin, imagine we're doing this podcast, Very Real Tournament.
Yeah.
And then you drive home and all of a sudden you have a wife and like a 6-year-old child. What do you do?
Daddy, say my
Probably just
name. You
roll-
can't even solve
Exactly.
the
I mean,
question.
if I had a wife and a potential child that like burned up in a fire, I would just be like, "All right, time to slide right
I
into
know, I
this
just don't
and
know
then
how you
cry
would
in the
do it.
shower."
Yeah.
You can just
Like,
cry in the shower.
I have
No,
a child and I haven't known them for 6 years.
right?
call
You just
that-
pretend and you cry in the shower.
We call that time shock. That's why he needs help at the TEC for it.
Right,
Yep.
I take a time shower and I just cry in there. I get in that car and I just drive down the track back and forth.
While watching old videos of your wife dead. Well, I guess she's not dead now, but
Yeah.
oh,
And
man.
I
get
a
over it. Am I
sweet
right?
mullet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The sweetest mullet.
I love in every action movie where like the main character's like wife or girlfriend dies and they're always just drinking beer and watching home movies
Yeah.
where they're fucking like
Yeah.
they just
Yeah,
like
it's
found on
oh,
their
yeah.
lawn in
Yeah.
that home
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Well, everyone in Timecop has pictures of their family because even like the lady had anything that. Well, I got this picture of my family.
Well, Corey, that's a thing that used to happen before phones back in the 90s.
I don't know that.
Where like people kept pictures of their loved ones in their wallets and stuff.
Yep.
That's weird.
I know. I'm
Sounds
glad we
like
live
Corey
in
jumped about 10 years and doesn't really know what's going on.
No, I do.
Whoa, his hair does look
fine.
longer.
I know my son's name. His name is Timecop. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Timecop.
Timecop music. Nice to
You
meet
just
you.
promise yourself that you're always going to name your son Timecop,
Yeah.
and then it's just, you'll always be right, even if there's a time situation. I will say real quick, I did enjoy the fact that the villain was straight up just going to let themselves die
Yeah.
to fulfill the plan. I was like, that's unique. Like I've never seen that in another movie where it's like, I'm the old version of this time thing,
Right.
and I'm just going to kill myself and both of us, and I'm still going to win. 'Cause
Right.
That young fuck is going to be me.
Yeah. No, I
It
like
was
that
like-
too.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. It's very Hugh Jackman in The Prestige. Like, you're willing to do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we've talked about these movies for a while. Let's talk about how this fight's going to go down, because these two still have to fight, let's not forget.
All right, JGL, standing in a cornfield. There's a blanket there, and then a whoop, 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 and Timecop comes through.
Instead of someone just appearing, there's a whoop, whoop, whoop.
There's a blanket that's a weird shape, and then the blanket like falls back, and he's doing the splits on top of bars of gold.
And then he hits him with a blunderbuss, and you can't miss. It's been real.
drop the mic.
Damn.
Well, yeah, I think, okay, so if that happened, like if some sort of time shenanigans and happened and JCVD ends up on that blanket, I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt would go to shoot him with his tube gun, and he would do the splits out of the way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
To avoid
because
it.
as we can see, any difference in someone coming back
Throws him off.
throws him off. Paul Dano, the dude was whistling, and it's just like,
You should shoot him before he does anything.
you shoot him before he can make no. Like usually, they showed instances of like a dude coming back and just screaming, and then just it was like an instant. But it's just
Right.
like, oh, he was whistling the song that my mom used to whistle to me, and I picked that up in that 1 second moment that I was
Right.
supposed to blow him away, like I've done hundreds of times.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the JGL is...
Yeah, the blanket appears, and then he stops for a second because it's a little bit different. Then you just hear. JGL's like, what's that noise? It's so familiar.
And he's expecting RoboCop to come through, but it's a whoop whoop portal, and JCVD is just like there with his foot in his face already.
Yeah, just like,
read it.
Whoa.
Well, that makes sense because, again, if we haven't picked up, he's a time cop and JGL's a time criminal.
Yep.
So,
Right. And
Whoa,
he
that's
does,
what's happening in the future.
And in Timecop, he straight up just goes back to the 20s and to just like arrest a guy.
right.
Yeah, it's
So
like
I could-
that's the other thing. Regular future clothes. Why don't you have like a
Like a
bunch
wardrobe?
of the
Yeah.
Doc Brown suitcase full of different like eras and kinds of money?
Yeah.
Like those dudes should have cool ass time traveling kits.
Or show up as that. You know where you're going.
Yeah, like
Right.
if you know where you're going, put him in a fucking fedora and a long coat and a business
No,
suit.
you
Oh,
just got
like,
that
lady.
sweet ass jacket and those tight karate kicking pants.
And some
And he's just, I
big
love
old
it.
combat
I love
boots.
he's just there to like make a simple arrest. Like it's a simple thing.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you violated the law. Like,
Oh, by the way, that guy got sentenced to death for just violating the law.
right. And he's there
Which
to
is
just
crazy.
like, hey, I'm just here to arrest you. Like hands behind your back.
Yep.
Like, but I just went through time car. So I can see him totally showing up to JGL and just being like, hey there, buddy, you're under arrest.
Yeah. That's another thing. I don't want to go off on a huge tangent again, but like they don't even explain why Jean-Claude Van Damme is fit to be a time cop. He's just a cop that gets selected to do it.
Yeah.
It just
I
happens.
mean, you saw that.
Well, because
kick.
Yeah.
He's like, that kick will stand the test of time.
but Nick, the director and JCVD are best friends. That's
Right.
probably his in. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I think he was just right place, right time, dude. They were just
Yeah.
like, we're doing it in, were they in DC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing it in DC.
Capital.
Let's get some DC cops. All right, that guy.
American accent, that guy.
Sweet ass kick. All right, here we go.
We need somebody with kind of a vague accent that anyone in
Right.
time couldn't really pinpoint.
Well, they have those.
He's an alien?
They have those splatter things, so maybe they need people who don't have a lot to lose. So they're like, this guy, he might splatter on the wall in our time car.
Well, kind of, we talked about JCVD going back in time for a simple arrest that kind of blows into like this crazy thing, right? You find out that McComb had paid the bad guy. It's a big conspiracy. So maybe JCVD goes back in time to stop JGL at the exact moment that JGL is probably going to have to end up killing Bruce Willis.
Whoa.
That's the distraction. Bruce Willis gets away. Now he has to deal with two Joes at the same time.
Oh my god. He's
And
got
the same matter can't occupy the same space. Keep that in mind, audience.
Oh,
That's a big deal.
Yeah, even though Bruce Willis definitely holds on to Joseph Gordon-Levitt at one point
Well,
and holds a gun to his head.
We do
gives
have
him
to
a hug.
determine what rules follow and what rules don't. But
Well, neither of them have good rules, so I don't think we actually have to abide by any of them.
all right.
I think if you're kicked hard enough into your own matter,
Yeah,
it
you
kinda
turn into a
fuses.
goo
You'll
monster.
turn into goo.
Yeah.
He's got goo kicks.
Can you imagine
God, why
like in
do we deal with goo
Bloodsport?
so much on this podcast?
I don't know. There's a lot of goo movies out there,
Yeah.
especially in the 90s.
Yep.
Can you imagine in Bloodsport he just kicks a dude and he turns into a goo monster for no reason?
He punches a guy's testicles so many times they basically turn into goo.
Okay, that's
Go back and watch Bloodsport.
I'll get in my time card.
You know that fun Mortal Kombat, like do the splits, punch you in the nuts?
Yeah. Yeah.
He does that in Bloodsport like 25 fucking times to the same guy. You see it like once and it's like, oh, that guy's going to go down. It's like, aha, he did the thing, the split punch, cool. And then he just starts wailing on
Oh, I
this
thought he
dude's
was gonna
junk.
get up, do the splits.
Yeah, I
punch
thought-
him, get up, do the splits.
No,
punch.
dude.
Like he's just kind of like almost like a caterpillar.
Yeah.
Like how they
no,
move.
it's like, hits him real good, and everyone's like, oh, the big guy's going to fall over. And then he doesn't. So Jean-Claude Van Damme's like, all right, bam, bam, bam. Just keeps hitting again and again. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah. So yeah, JGL's balls get punched a lot by JCVD, but then Bruce Willis comes in and everyone gets
And then
distracted.
his balls get punched.
Well, his balls are destroyed from the previous punching.
So he goes to punch Bruce Willis.
He's walking around and his
They're
balls
gone.
just disappear while he's walking.
Yeah.
He's running, and then he starts running slightly faster. And he's like, what happened? I've got more room.
more aerodynamic now.
There's no wind drag anymore. Yeah, I think that happens. So, are we saying that Timecop has to arrest both of these fools while also Joseph Gordon-Levitt's trying to kill Bruce Willis while Bruce Willis is trying to kill a small
Children.
child?
Right.
Yes,
it's a
absolutely.
big cat and mouse
Wow.
and cat and mouse game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Emily Blunt come in? I love her.
About an hour in.
All right.
Don't
Hey,
worry.
we're almost there.
Yeah.
She, don't,
She's about to
don't
just
worry.
wait 12 more
She-
minutes, everybody.
Her character comes in an hour, but she gets naked in 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. JCVD has a picture, and it's Emily Blunt and his wife and his son.
Whoa.
I got some big news for you. Never get to tell him. Our son's the devil, or whatever. Has magic powers.
Hey,
Yeah.
remember when we couldn't have kids? I might have fucked the devil.
Or an X-Men or something.
You
Whatever.
just
However you
don't
explain
think
this
else.
bullshit.
Telekinesis.
Yeah. I don't even want to say that. I will. I fucked her so good that our kid has telekinetic powers now.
Nice.
Oh, man.
She did the splits, and I did the splits.
We were just on the counter together staring at each other.
Got her
Yep.
so wet it was like the Rainmaker, you know what I'm saying?
God. I'm sorry I brought up
the
Emily
blood
Blunt.
went kersplat.
All right. Turns into a goo monster.
Fucked her so good, she turned into a goo monster.
Hey, man, that kid turned
This
the guy
matter's
that
about
looks
to
like...
occupy your space.
Man.
That kid turned the Will Forte-looking guy into goo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you
where he
go.
like slowly explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, so we got this big matchup, I think, between JCVD and JGL and BW, which is the least useful acronym.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more syllables than Bruce Willis, I just realized.
Is his middle name like Michael, so he can be BMW?
Ooh, it is
Whoa.
now. So BMW and
Okay.
JGL are running from
Yep.
JCVD. Keep up, audience.
Right.
In the films TC and L.
Yeah, everyone's trying to accomplish separate goals. I bet that Jean-Claude Van Damme would just keep like wubbing around in different places.
He's like, it seems really cool, like from the future perspective, but then back from Jean-Claude Van Damme's perspective, he like keeps like coming back in the car, and he's like tired and like gets some coffee, and it's like,
Everyone turn the car around.
yeah,
I'm
turn the
going
car
again.
around. It takes him like 25 minutes to turn the car around. He's like stretching.
I hate to break it to you guys. I just looked it up. Bruce is his middle name.
Oh, what's his first name?
Walter. So he's
Wow.
WBW.
WBW. That's even less useful of an acronym.
Man, Walter Willis sounds pretty cool though, right? If maybe he was
Nice.
like on The Odd Couple or something.
WBW.
WBW. All right, that works. Walter. Oh, that person can't be an action star. I get it.
Yeah.
So there's scenes where JCVD like runs into JGL and he's like, time travel is very complicated. And he's like, well, Bruce Willis has told me it's not complicated at all and I shouldn't worry about it.
Time travel hasn't been invented yet, but in 30 years it will be.
I'm from 1994 and it super has been.
We got the jump on you, man.
What's your time travel? They stuff you in an old oven.
We have rocket
shit's
cars.
weak. We got rocket cars.
Oh, is this a scene where JCVD and JGL are sitting in the diner together?
Yeah.
Because he's like pretty casual about arresting people.
I'm sorry.
And
I
he's
have
like,
no
wait,
choice.
if I arrest you now, will Bruce Willis be arrested? Sure.
He puts handcuffs on him and Bruce Willis just hands
He just has him all of a sudden. That's great.
What?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, that's not going to work unless you leave these handcuffs on you forever. Oh, fuck.
I can just imagine like. Go ahead.
Turns out we goo people for breaking time law, so,
Yeah, those cops are staying on you forever,
they're
man.
staying on you.
Like while JCVD's fighting JGL, like Bruce Willis is getting like Three Stooges punched and kicked in the face while he's running around.
Yeah. And we're like, see, Ryan Johnson, this is your fault.
Yeah. Take this
You
to the
did
logical
this.
extreme. And,
Yeah.
Hey.
He's like, what if I put this hat on you? And then a hat appears. Bruce Willis.
He's just fucking around with him.
He's subverting our expectations.
This is a time hat.
You can't wear that time hat. It's a crime.
You have to let your hair get all mullety and beautiful like mine.
But Bruce Willis wants to kill Jeff Daniels. Would you
Yes.
imagine JCVD also wants to kill Jeff Daniels because he's a
time
cop.
he's a time
criminal.
Time criminal,
Whoa.
yeah.
Since JCVD, he's a cop, right? And he's a good cop. But since this world is so corrupt, I want to piggyback off Corey here that he keeps running into more criminals like while he's trying to arrest
like
a
doing an
criminal. and He's like,
RPG
he's
where
like
you get
oh
more-
shit. I now I gotta arrest this guy. Like, oh,
Right.
fuck.
That's if I can take it back to the beginning. I'm gonna meld these two movies together. So the reason they're killing all the loopers is because JCVD has gone into that future and is arresting people. So they're like, oh fuck, someone's gonna flip the dime
so
on
talk.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta keep sending them back. The Rainmaker's actually just like a pretty cool dude, but he's like, someone's gonna fucking talk. Also, I'll just throw this in. I have telekinesis because the movie kind of threw
I
it
can
in.
explode your brain.
He's going to run for senator and president because
Don't push me down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that thing where I hit your hand with a hammer or explode your brain. By the way, I can explode your brain.
I want to vote for that guy.
I'm gonna explode your brain here in just a few years. I do Dumb and Dumber 2. You're gonna wonder why the fuck I'm doing that movie when I'm a successful actor.
I went in time and changed some stuff up. Accidentally created Dumb and Dumberer, or whatever the spin-off prequel was.
It was that one.
Jeff
Okay.
Daniels sees JGL. Is like, you're wearing a fake nose? You trying to win an Oscar or something? I was in that movie.
Why do you look like De Niro? And you just hear Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, I see it now. Damn it!
Yeah, you see, you expected De Niro, but it wasn't De Niro.
We were gonna try to just CG De Niro in over Bruce Willis.
It's like The Irishman.
It would have been dope if they put clay on Bruce Willis's face to make him look like De Niro.
It just keeps building on itself.
Yeah. Till they both just look like goo monsters because they all have so much crap on their face because he keeps trying to correct it.
So
He's like, oh, they both look like Buscemi now. Fuck.
Somebody hire Steve Buscemi. We're going into the future again. Rewrites.
JCV, because you have to rewrite this movie right now because
Turns out there's a microwave that sends you into the future. You climb into
Also
that.
turns you into Steve Buscemi, though.
It goos your face.
Guys, this is the premise to Tooper, okay?
Oh, I need to get on Twitter and come at Ryan Johnson now.
The last Tooper.
oh god damn it.
Tooper's out.
All right, so back to the potential story.
Looper to Tooper.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
man.
just like, oh, I'm trying to think of anyone that's kind of like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Now, I don't know. He's kind of done, I guess.
It's Sam Worthington, and he's like, me too.
You should get someone dressed up as a younger JGL to wear a fake nose to now look like JGL does.
Whoa.
There we go.
Whoa.
Boom, there's your movie.
Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah. Oh, they do Gemini Man to Bruce Willis, and then have that CGI Bruce Willis have shit all over his face to look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh my god.
That is...
What are we talking about?
I don't even
don't know.
know. We've just
So-
ran this up its own ass so hard, which I knew we would do.
So
But I
do,
just had to,
baby.
I couldn't change the future, guys.
I have a proposition for this story that
Are you
we're
gonna
trying to
kill
complete.
yourself, Nick?
So,
I saw the podcast going around and around in a loop, and it was bad every time.
only if
And then I decided to change it. Bang.
Suicide note.
I saw Joey riding on a train. He was orphaned in an orphanage.
My mom was texting him, "Where are you? Why'd you get on that train?" But he's orphaned.
You don't have to be orphaned.
Nothing good comes of this.
I just declare orphan.
By the way, he's real buff. He's been carrying these gold bars. So in Timecop, the one woman betrays him, right? But then he goes back to the woman, and the woman's like, "All right, I'll help you out because I realize I'm wrong." Maybe
Yeah.
JCVD can go to Jeff Daniels and go, "Hey, Jeff Daniels, guess what happens in the future? Spoiler alert: you're fucking going to be murdered by Bruce Willis. You help me out."
Okay.
And then now we got like a team going on where Jeff
Give me your
Daniels.
Gatman.
She was also like paralyzed in a hospital bed and was like, "All right, I'll help you out." So maybe he goes, after Bruce Willis massacres everyone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, JCVD, shows up and it turns out Jeff Daniels is just paralyzed.
Yeah, he's also John Doe now, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
He's like, "Yeah, I'll help you because I can't go anywhere, and you'll probably turn me into goo."
It's like, I think you're forcing me, so I'll just go along.
And then a much younger looking Jeff Daniels comes in and like puts poison in his IV or whatever.
yeah.
And then like takes gold bars out of his kidneys or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, those were there the whole time.
I knew my kidney was too heavy. I don't know.
That's why I'm so naturally ripped.
But I think it's all going to be a showdown. Because here's another thing. Timecop and Looper both have a showdown at a house
Yeah.
that ends up getting heavily
An
destroyed.
old house.
Yes, so I think this showdown is definitely going to have to be at the Emily Blunt / Omen kid house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because
So
because since JGL still has the other problem of Bruce Willis trying to kill the Rainmaker, and JCVD is chasing him around.
yeah.
So we're basically just sticking Jean-Claude Van Damme in the place of like Kid Blue or whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah.
Chasing him down while he's trying to kill Bruce Willis. But that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
They're time criminals. We just put in a time cop.
Whoa.
Exactly.
We
Cops
just
and
wrote up a
robbers.
time warrant.
Oh, man.
I wish
good.
they would have added time in front of everything. This is my time gun.
This is my time lawyer.
Oh, Corey, you should be the time
You,
lawyer.
whoa, welcome to time court. Time to go to jail.
And the verdict is you are time guilty. No.
Sorry, the time verdict.
You'll spend
time to
time
deliver-
30 years.
Yeah.
This is my time lawyer. He's just goo. That's because you get no representation. You're dead.
No appeal. It's a really bad process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine Corey trying to run into that time court. Like, please don't send. Oh, he sent him back and killed him
It's like
already.
a line.
What am I even doing here? Why am I a lawyer in the future?
Yeah.
This sucks.
There's no point because like the prison's like, we don't have anything, no niceties, no necessities. I'm like, the phrase "no necessities" sounds pretty illegal. Like that's why they're called necessities.
They would have thrown you in the time car and sent you back somewhere.
Yeah,
Fuck, get out of here.
You're going to do some hard time.
No, don't put him in the car. Put him in the oven.
I gotta serve 30 time
Give him
years.
this necklace. Wait, give him the DeLorean. Hold on.
Your time years, dude. Those are the worst.
How many time years you got left?
I got
One of the metric is years.
got him.
All right, we're going so hard up our own asses with all this time garbage that I'm just going to cut it to the break right now. So we'll come back and we'll tell you how this time fight is going to end. Guys, it's time to to start the podcast back up again.
Whoa.
And it took a little more time to
Yeah,
start the podcast
yeah,
up
it
again.
did.
Why?
Because we made an oopsie. I wish I could go back in time and fix what just happened, gang.
It was a bit of a crime,
wanna
wasn't it?
understand
But I don't
how
have
it
a
happened.
rocket car. I don't have a big old nasty oven or any of the other things. Your boys on the Very Real Tournament podcast just locked themselves out of Joey's house
On a rainy night.
on a
Yeah.
rainy night, and our mommy had to come and save us.
Losers.
This is what I get for putting on my podcast, pizza pants.
Yep.
Did
Don't
they not
have my
have
house key on me.
no pockets in there, I guess?
I'm not just going to keep my house key
Yeah.
in my podcast pizza pants.
No hot pockets in that pizza
It's-
pan?
well, yeah, no, it's for hot
he's got a
pockets.
hot pocket.
It'd be
alright.
more likely to have a hot pocket in here than my house key.
Yeah.
It's got a
Go
hot-
through all the loops, go through all the times. There's
Yeah.
more likely to be hot
So
pockets.
anyway, Joey used a hot pocket to break into his own house.
Right.
Yeah, like a credit card,
Well-
except he used it like a brick to smash through the window.
Yeah.
It was frozen.
I was gonna say he,
frozen
he
hot
cracks
pockets.
it open and the hot lava goo in the center burned through the door.
Yeah, burned through like the metal lock. It was great.
Yeah, so that was fun and a first. We've never done that. We don't know how we did it. But yeah,
yeah.
you know.
Send me that podcast money. Maybe I can get multiple.
Where's
house
that 4
keys.
million euros at? We could have avoided this.
Oh, you're
Oh
right.
wow!
Man.
Yeah.
I need
Melissa.
on our email. I'll go ahead and email Marissa back and tell her that we
Melissa.
have the kind of grace
You can trust us.
30% of 40 million euros.
I locked up your 40 million euros in my house. I'm sorry.
it was a tough decision.
I can't
but
give
we
it to
can,
charity. It's in my house. It's locked up like Fort Knox.
It's locked up in my orphanage. I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
I built it and then locked myself out.
You're orphaned from your own orphanage. What?
I feel like that's what'll happen if I go into the future.
You'll become an orphan?
Yeah. Yes.
Whoa.
In the future. All right. There it is.
Time.
Somebody
orphan.
just built
Yeah.
me a rocket car.
Anyway,
I feel like we keep confusing the term orphan with homeless person.
Hey,
They're called vagrants.
you can
Yes.
live in your
Yes.
car, okay? Even
Yeah.
if it's rockets on there.
that's how he tries to get money from people. He's like, I'm orphaned. And everyone's like, what? Don't you mean a vagrant? Change your sign. He's like, give me
drifter?
money for a marker.
squirting like peppercini juice in your eye. Just-
Oh,
These are drugs? Anything to feel something. My money became orphaned from myself when I locked it in a house and
Yeah.
couldn't get in.
All my gold bars are still in this house
they're
somewhere.
orphans.
is that Arby's horsey sauce in your eyes, dude?
Get you fucked up. Wow. I don't need to give him any money. The horsey sauce is free. They just have it on the counters.
Oh man, my future self, but it's gold Arby's sauce strapped
Yeah.
on my back. I gotta close the loop.
I gotta close that.
In the future, Arby's is gone. We have to send horsey sauce back in a dirty oven. So you can put it on your sandwich so we can inject it into our eyes.
Idiot.
What is the future? What is the future?
Oh man. And then Ryan Johnson's this
That's why
with the
they're all
typewriter
trying
going. Mm-hmm.
That's why they're all trying to stop climate change. Because if we do, that becomes our dumb future.
Do you want to live in a world of Arby's sauce?
Is drugs?
But there's no Arby's left?
Whoa.
It's just a sad reminder of a time we used to live in.
The golden time.
golden time.
We could walk into any Arby's on any corner in a shitty neighborhood and shoot that shit straight in your eyes.
They used to have the meats.
Oh,
Now all we have is sadness.
Is defeat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, is defeats.
we're all sauced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fucked up on sauce. I mean,
No, I get it. That's what they would. That's totally the phrase they would
Yeah, they
use.
would
Yeah.
Are your kids saucing? Find out tonight. We have a list. All right, let's get back to it. It's
I got the Jamocha shakes.
oh, well done, well done.
I need my fix.
oh, we're silly fun, gang.
I spent all my beef and cheddar on Arby's sauce.
Yep.
Riding the magic horsey.
Oh, yes. Let's forget the fight. Let's just keep doing this.
Keep doing this. This seems to be
Arby's, call us.
We'll make fun of your podcast, but make fun of you on our podcast.
Are we done? Are you guys out? Can I resume,
If
please?
I'm not done, I'll go back in time and then add more.
Perfect. All right. It's time
Curly fries.
to continue.
I'll carve it into your arm, and so you'll know.
So, JGL, JCVD, in a diner. All of a sudden, it dawns on Jean-Claude Van Damme, a.k.a. Max Walker. We haven't used his name in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
In case anyone forgot.
Max Walker is less syllables than JCVD.
I know,
but it doesn't sound as cool.
Yeah. It's no Jack Slater.
Dang.
So, Jean-Claude Van Damme has an epiphany. He's like, wait a second. Your dumb, dirty oven can only send people in time one way. I am the master of time. I have a rocket car and a government backing, sir.
Yeah,
right.
I can whoop
I can
wherever.
whoop.
And show up in a car anywhere.
I can walk through this dirty wub and appear in a car.
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back in time and kill you as a baby.
Yeah. The classic
He's going to go
Hitler
back in time
scenario.
and arrest the baby.
Yeah, he's going to go, I'm going to go put you in cuffs. Baby cuffs.
Time, baby.
Time baby cuffs.
Time cuffs can arrest anybody, anytime. So he goes back to the agency.
Right. But his name is just Joe, though, so he's kind of
Yeah.
hard to find.
Yeah,
Exactly.
true.
It's like that Jane Doe scenario. So he has to find like a picture or some reference point, kind of like a Terminator thing, kind of.
Right.
Oh, is it like a Mario? Like he's like, Joe.
Joe. My brother Luigi Joe.
Anyway, here's a picture. It looks like Robert De Niro.
Yeah, he's like, I know who he's going to grow up to be. The great famed actor Robert De Niro. He looks
Right.
just like him. So he goes back, gets the picture, gets back in the fucking rocket car, and goes back to, I guess now, because it's 30 years in the future, 30 years from now, or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. One Robert De Niro from now, you will have time travel.
I
Yeah.
believe it takes place in 2049.
Something like that.
So yeah,
Style.
30 years.
or, is it,
Yeah.
or is that Blade Runner? I don't know.
No, because the kid was 10 and his birthday was 39. So 49.
Right.
There you go. So it is 30 years from now.
I
So he
mathed
comes
it.
back to now, and he's looking for a little Robert De Niro.
Right.
He's just walking up to people and going, Joe?
Yeah?
He's holding his foot up to a lot of babies.
Whoa.
Asking babies to read his foot.
Oh, and his foot says Joe. Oh, shit. It's like Taken, where he's trying to get the guy to talk so he can hear the voice. So he's like holding
Say
his
your
foot up,
name.
and it just says, like, Joe.
I told you I'd find you.
I spoke to you in the future. You thought you could get away from me.
Listen, doctor. You're going to get time taken, all right?
You're going to commit time crimes. I'm here to stop.
Time travel doesn't exist yet, except in 1994 or 2069. Help.
P.S.
Everything's a loop. All right, bang.
So he kills baby Robert. He finds kid Robert De Niro,
Yeah.
I don't know, auditioning maybe for one of his first plays,
Right.
and kills him.
Knives
Whoa,
out
he
too.
brings the baby to the judge, and the judge is like, "What's your defense?"
Say something, baby, say something.
Yes, implicate the politician.
Come on, get McComb in here, Bob. Yeah, baby.
Yep.
my
and
daughter does.
We know how
Goo
pussies
him.
talk.
That's what Tom babies say. They say they're babies.
Yeah, we all understand. We
I'm
get
a baby, and then the
So the
judge
judge is
just
like-
goos him.
it. Yeah. Goose that baby.
Yep.
So then, yeah, he's back in the, in the TEC, and the director's like, what the
fuck?
hell?
Yeah.
You didn't do anything.
I don't have time to take you back to my wife's cooking. You got to solve this problem.
Yeah.
Best friend.
We are so best friends in this timeline. So he realizes, oh no, I have to go back again. So he goes back about 1 billion times, killing all these Robert De Niro lookalike babies.
Can't find it, but he's lonely in the past. All right, he goes back. He finds a lot of VCRs. He keeps watching that tape.
Yeah.
You know, he like sends the baby to like future execution. Then he just like sits down on the stranger's couch and like puts in the tape. And they're like, "Excuse me, get the fuck out of my house."
Yeah, and then he's just like going to the mall, walking up behind random women, and seeing if they have the same role play kink.
I know
Exactly.
I know the best words.
And finally, Joey, he finds another woman with a role play king.
Oh,
Yeah, he says like
hell
the
yeah.
exact
Yeah.
lines. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you better. You know.
Hot?
Hot. And he beds her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That mullet's shaking all over the place.
Yeah, he's doing all kinds of splits all over her.
imagine it like jiggling.
Oh god.
He's jiggling while he's doing the splits on a woman.
Oh yeah, he's splitting. She's doing this. Everyone's doing the splits.
And he's like, I think I got it this time. I feel good because I
Yeah.
just had sex with that woman.
Yeah,
the kid I
right.
killed before was definitely it.
That has to
got
be
it.
the real Robert
Yeah,
De Niro.
I
This
feel
time.
good about it. He goes back, and his best friend is like, "You still like this is like the 30th time, man. You got to get more information on this dude.
Yeah, find out more than Joe, okay?
Yeah, please."
And he's like, "Oh, I'm really sad now. Let me think back to that hot babe. Oh, I got a picture in my wallet.
Yeah, because the guy in the mall took a picture of
'cause
him
I-
or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I was gonna say he filmed her without her permission, but that's much better.
This one's less nefarious for one of our hero fighters.
Well, that's how
All right.
ideas work, Colin. You say something and you
Hey.
you work
Yep.
on it.
You know, then you get time copy. That's
Yeah.
how it works.
You didn't have to say your nefarious thing, but you did.
Yeah, and I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
I'm glad JCVD did not go back in time and
Well,
tell you not to say that.
I feel like a real goo boy
Yeah.
right now. Anyway, I think he opens up his wallet, pulls out that picture. Ooh, that looking good. Wait, what is something fading in? Is that
yeah.
a child? Is that a small Robert De Niro fading into the picture? Oh no!
Is that a kid with Play-Doh on his nose?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
He fucking realizes he is Joe's dad.
Yes.
He
JCVD is the
fucked
dad
and
of the JGL.
realized.
Yep.
Yeah.
The mom is like, "Your name is Joe VCD."
Joe VCR.
Sorry, Joe CVD. There we go.
Joe VCD Walker.
Your name is Joe VCR.
Because, you know, Joe and your father was always asking if I had a VCR.
Yeah, he always carried around this what he called a time tape. I don't know what that is.
So he goes back and he's gonna send him because he's like, "Oh fuck, I have to kill my own son."
No way.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
And he's like, I got to bring, well, maybe I can bring him in the future. How can I find him?
Mm-hmm.
I got to carve into his flesh.
So he's like, "Mr. Director, I have to go back in time to a few years after what I just did,
Okay, go on.
and I'm going to capture a child.
Right.
Then
And-
I'm gonna carve words
well,
into his arm."
maybe he doesn't say that part.
He's like, "I got to get a message out."
Listen, I know we're best friends, but this is kind of freaking me out a
It's
little
freaking
bit.
me out a little bit.
Right. Well, he's got a plan. See, here's how it goes down. Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the future gets a message on his arm like, "Hey, bro, what you up to? Like, where you be?
You
come,
up?
Come to the police station. Yeah, you up?
Police station.
Please turn yourself in." And he's like, "Oh shit, they found me."
Mm-hmm.
And then the scars disappear.
Yeah.
And then more writing shows up.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Hey,
seriously, are you up? Disappear. And then it's like,
Hey,
Hey.
I'm your son, by the way. I'm your father, by the way.
yeah, I'm your dad, by like BTW.
Guy with mullet. And
Like, and then
Guy
erase.
with mullet.
Guy
yeah.
with mullet, erase.
I was in
Read
the dining
between the
room.
lines.
Erase.
I
You
should
still
get the fuck out of
there?
here?
Erase.
One just says "Cafeve," and then it goes away, and then it says "My bad," and then it comes back. "You'll get it
Right.
in the future." Goes back. Donald Trump, please stop, and then it,
Yeah.
then it goes away again.
And it's like, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm not talking to you. Erase. What I'm trying to erase. I'm your dad, and I'm also JCVD. We met at a diner once. I was the guy with the mullet.
Yeah,
Nice.
goes away. I fucked your mom, to be clear. Goes away.
And then erases. But I guess I just didn't have to say that because I said I'm your father. But never mind. He's not good with English, guys.
I know
Right.
all the good words.
Nice.
Oh my god, my dad wrote some really profane shit on my arm.
Yeah, so Joseph Gordon-Levitt has been sitting in this
Drew
diner.
a picture.
Oh, fuck.
He drew that S thing.
This is how it happened.
Oh, and so
But he messed up
yeah.
4 times trying to do it.
If it's a little less nefarious, he could be tattooing him each time. You
Yeah.
know? I just thought about that.
Oh,
Or
Well,
he's
you're still
carving him
tattooing
up.
a child, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, but here's the kick. Why is it getting
Oh,
erased?
The kick. Good pun.
Because Jean-Claude Van Damme is going back in time,
Yeah.
moments before he carved in this child's arm and stopping himself from doing it,
To
and then
carve something
and then
else?
going back in time again to come back and carve something else. So now there's like 25 JCVDs in a room, and they're all like, "Okay, what's next? What's the next message?"
Right. He appears in front of Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the Looper timeline, I guess, in the Looper prison.
And he's like, hey, you still going to be a criminal or want to learn to kick like me? And he's like, fuck you.
My dad was a piece of shit. He carved things into my arms
You're
all
right.
the time.
I did do that. Yes, you're right.
My dad was a piece of shit, and that's why I'm a time
But then
criminal
I
now,
ended
Dad.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
So JCVD sees the loop that
gotta
he's
close it.
created.
The gold
He's
bar
like,
is right in
oh,
front
I'm a
of him.
shitty father. I wasn't there, and the literal only time I was there, I took him aside and carved shit into his arm to tell his future self.
Yeah, which now that I think about it, wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, he sees the whole loop, and he's like, "Wow, I gotta close it." And then, in front of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he disappears. Then, that Joseph Gordon-Levitt disappears.
Then that Bruce Willis disappears.
Uh-huh. And then Emily Blunt and the weird kid are just confused in a fucking yard somewhere.
Yeah.
I guess the Rainmaker ends up becoming the Rainmaker. Forget the Rainmaker.
Yeah, we're not on that anymore.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
So
We'll arrest him later.
Yeah, JCVD will get to it.
So Jean-Claude Van Damme, after losing his wife in his timeline, finds hope again in the arms of Joseph Gordon-Levitt's mom.
Nice.
And they become a family.
Yes, he lost a family, but gained one.
Whoa.
Then
Whoa.
cut to
I know,
a
man.
classroom.
He goes to pull out the picture of the wallet with like him and the mom like on the beach like in Speedos or whatever, and all of a sudden it's like him, the mom, and a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt like at JCPenney's in the 90s getting a family photo where they're all like putting their hands awkwardly on each
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
and they've got their hands in their pockets but their thumbs are sticking out
Yeah.
for some
Yeah.
reason because the guy taking the picture
all
is kind of a
matching.
weirdo.
Yeah.
JGL
And that
has
actually
a
happened in
mullet
real
now.
life. Shout
Yeah.
out to my brother. Remember that guy? That guy was fucking weird.
He made you keep your thumbs out?
Oh, yeah. And he said, this is what cool guys do.
So
He's trying
Yikes.
to touch you, I think.
Yeah.
He just wanted to see those thumbs, man.
So yeah, cut to a classroom. There's a kid in a sweater vest doing math.
he's doing it very well.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Cut to or pan over to the teacher's desk. There's an apple on it. The teacher thanks the kid for bringing the apple and doing such a good job.
Right.
We go over. He has a stupid Robert De Niro nose on.
Yeah.
JGL is now a good boy.
Yeah.
Doesn't become a time criminal.
Doesn't become a time criminal because Jean-Claude Van Damme became a good father.
He became a time dad.
Became
I'm dead.
It's time to dad.
My time, Dad.
Time
Just in
dad.
time, dad.
What is that one, like, Time Traveler's Wife?
Sure. Yeah.
Time Traveler's Son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be more clever.
You just replaced
that's
two words.
That's
but hey,
the shared universe. We have the time traveler's son and then Time Dad.
Yeah.
No, Time Dad.
Time Dad presents the
Ghost
time
Dad. And then
traveler's
there's-
son.
And then there's Time Dead 2, like The Revenge, or like
Yeah.
Time Dead 3, The Lost Remote.
Okay, so now Jean-Claude Van Damme sees a different loop. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt in his stupid nose doing good math.
Right.
Then he sees further. It's Bruce Willis, also in a sweater vest. Now he's a teacher
yeah.
doing good math.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like one of the brightest minds and clean record,
And then he
no
goes
crimes.
into the teacher's lounge and puts some eye drops in his eyes.
And it turns out it's Arby's horsey son.
No.
Hey, something had to stick. What are you going to do?
Hey, that shit's good. Just rub it in there.
So that's a win for Timecop. He
Yeah,
defeated
yes.
the time criminal.
Exactly. He defeated the, I guess you would call it the evil JGL by changing his heart by
Close
beginning,
the loop.
Exactly.
Close the loop.
Of his longing paternal problems.
Yeah. Yeah, in the Timecop present, a man is without a best friend, though. And he becomes evil. Because he doesn't have
the
a best
director.
friend.
Oh, the director. Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, he's still busy dealing with his son.
It cuts to the director, and he's like has like a candlelit dinner, but like no, it's getting cold, and like no one's on the other end, and he's just like,
Yeah. His wife died years ago.
I'm
It's
gonna
so sad.
get you, Time Dad.
I'm gonna have to start murdering time dads.
And then the director.
There's a serial killer on the loose. He's killing a bunch of buff dudes with mullets. Be on the lookout. Please change your hairstyle if you have a mullet. Please.
He calls himself Time Dad. No one knows why, but That's his calling
The
card.
Time Dead Killer.
Time Dead
What is
Killer.
that? We're not sure. Time travel hasn't been invented, but in 30 years it will be.
Yes.
Wow, it is all a loop.
His calling card is our incomplete notes on his victim's wrists.
It's all those dumb S's.
It turns out,
His calling card.
it turns out, Tom, bodies are really hard to store in the future, but they're actually super easy to store right now. So a lot of killing is going on.
Yeah, so the director kind of becomes Jeff Daniels,
Yeah.
Does
sort of.
everyone know about this time travel in 30 years?
It's like, yeah, the opening time cop scene should be like, all right, we have 30 years, I got it. Yeah, I got it. There you go. I know
Didn't
about
you
it.
say it was 30 years, like 10 years ago?
30 years, 30 years?
Janet, I'm just now getting word that currency has been changed to blocks of silver. That's happening now. Money, cash is gone. It is all gold and all silver.
And all horsey sauce.
Up next, tube guns have been created.
Instead of Arby's, this is
All-
called McCombs.
All other guns have disappeared for some reason, and now there's just tube guns.
We only have tube guns. They did it. They managed to do it, kind of.
There's comically large revolvers from old times and tube guns.
And
What
this-
a day in the news cycle, I'll tell you that.
And this just in, presidential candidate Time Dad is running. Make sure you vote for him.
What kind of news place is this? This sounds like fucking Alex Jones.
I'm reading what I'm supposed to say on my
Money's
wrist.
get dirty this summer.
And that's all the news we have today. Good night. Thank you.
on my
Oh, wait, there's one more thing. Vote for Time Dad.
Hashtag vote for Time Dad.
One more thing. The chemtrails are making the frogs gay.
Time Dad definitely did 9/11. I'm just saying. It was him.
Time Dad went back and made up
If
Sandy
you look
Hook.
real close and you freeze frame, that's not a plane, that's a time car. It went off
If you
the
see
track.
between the plane and the building, there is a man doing the splits. He kicked the building's what I said.
Yeah, he just did like a split
It just
between
makes
the.
sense.
He didn't need to melt steel beams. He kicked them bitches over.
Yeah, like you can see like a picture of JCVD in between the twin towers. That's what happened, man. It's-
I believe it's called a time kick.
oh my God, it's Tom 9/11.
Oh man, that was fun, gang.
That was it was good little tall tale time
Yeah.
tale.
So, Jean-Claude Van Damme is the newest entrant into the next Very Real tournament.
Time.
I'm
We'll be
excited.
seeing him in the future.
I'm excited too because we got JCVD coming up. We got Schwarzenegger who won recently.
know.
We got some classic action
I
stars
know it's
coming up. Man.
looking to be a real good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Very Real Tournament. It's been fun talking time travel, doing the splits, talking,
JGL's face.
JGL's dumb
Right.
prosthetic
Talking
face.
good times.
Talking good times. If you want to listen to any of our other episodes, you can go over to our website. That's vrtcast.com. You can find them all there. Also, there is our other podcast. That's called Very Real Talk, where we sit and talk about the realest shit
Damn.
all the time.
It's always real. We never lie. It's always going down, and we talk about fun stuff. We talk about life stuff, and we talk about Joey stuff.
Oh yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of Joey stuff.
Yeah, it's
It's relatable
Joey.
to everyone.
very
except for the
Joey
Joe-
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that show Joey
Oh, yeah.
Except better.
Oh, why didn't we just name it Joey?
because it didn't work well the first
Yeah,
time.
that's
Damn.
why.
Yeah, you're right.
Our
so we
research
just called
and
it
development
Friends.
department told us not to do it.
Hey, don't worry, man. I'll be there for you.
Yeah.
If you're there for me too.
Wow.
Claps. Yeah.
there you go.
Also, you can find this podcast on all the podcast apps: iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher, Overcast, Castbox. We're on all of them. If you have a moment, please go to one of them, preferably iTunes, and subscribe, rate, and review. It would help us out a lot.
Tell Timmy Cook we're doing a good job.
Yeah, please.
You know,
email him. He's going to
not
take our podcast away if we do a bad job.
Yeah, not Mr. Google, but Timmy Cook.
Yeah.
Go
Yes.
to him.
Also, you can find us on all of our social media. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Get on there and tell us what your preferred time travel vehicle is. I'd love to hear it. If you don't want to do it openly in public, you can send us a good email like our friend Marissa Williams 11 at yahoo.com.
Yeah. It won't be public. We'll just read it.
Yep.
We won't dox you.
We promise we won't dox you.
Absolutely not.
You can send those emails to vrtcast@gmail.com.
And also, if you're in the Louisville area, we have an upcoming show at the Bardstown, The Kings of Christmas, which, if you're listening to this now, it's December 18th. Guys, you still got this Thursday through Sunday to check it out, the 21st to the 24th. I'm in it. I'm doing some acting around the area, so come out and support some local artists. You can visit thebardstown.com/events for that. But, yeah, come out and check out some local theater. It's a lot of fun. And it stars me. It stars me.
Hey,
None of the rest of us are in it, though, so I don't know.
I get it.
but go
I
support
see.
our boy.
Yeah,
you know?
go see our boy. It's gonna be Christmas.
He's gonna be there.
He's probably
Yeah.
gonna be sweaty,
Yeah,
and he's gonna be a king.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Probably
Yeah.
not gonna. No, I'm gonna see it.
No, we're all going to go see it and support our friend Corey.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you
It's
should
a Christmas
too.
tradition.
It
in
is. It's
Louisville.
a little bit of Elvis Presley, hence the Kings, and a little bit of a Christmas Carol. It's a lot of fun.
Hence the Christmas.
Yeah.
Where's the
Thank
of
you,
come in?
Joey.
I don't know.
The of, you have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, is there
What does the mean?
time car?
Any time travel in that?
Depends on what you mean by
Okay.
that. Huh?
Any
There's a ghost of
scene.
Christmas past, present, and future.
Wow.
Well, we all know that ghosts can time travel.
That
So,
seems like
Very
a time dad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a real time dad scenario.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So before we head out, we got our next fight. We got the Disney Titans, kind of adjacent. We're doing Elsa from the Frozen series versus Kylo Ren from Star Wars.
We're doing more
No.
Ryan Johnson.
Another Disney giant.
Another Disney giant. So by the time that comes out, Star Wars is out, Frozen 2 is out, but we will not have seen Skywalker, Rise of
Right.
Skywalker, episode 9 yet, which probably works out for the best.
Yeah.
So we're not just talking about that the whole time, but
Right.
it's going to be a good time. We got the big beefy Disney money boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the
Boy and
building.
girl.
We got skinny white girl and big old high pants.
Old helmet face, high pants himself.
Yeah.
Sad.
That was
Dark
George
High-
Lucas's
Darth High Pants.
original name
Yeah.
for him.
High pants Ren.
The saddest Sith in all the land.
George Lucas is like, you're gonna keep my script treatments right, dark helmet, high pants man.
Like, yeah,
Kennedy's
sign
like,
it, sign it.
absolutely,
Sign it.
absolutely, just sign the fucking paper. Okay, so you're gonna keep my script treatments now?
Yeah. So at this point, we know all you fools have Disney Plus, so it's on there, both of them.
Or
Yeah.
the
All
free
of them.
trial, or maybe.
Yeah, just
maybe
get that free trial.
Yeah.
It's 7 days.
Yeah.
In 7 days, you can
Get another one.
defo.
Get a different credit card so you can get a different free trial. Is it
Yeah.
that hard? Is
Or
it that
just
hard?
do what we're all doing and find a friend who has one.
Thanks,
And-
Nick.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm that friend for Joey.
Email Nick. You can get on his Disney Plus.
Hey, 4 screens at once.
I can
mean,
get 30% of your Disney Plus. That's great.
Wow.
Yep. So yeah, check those movies out and come back and see us in 2 weeks. It's gonna be fun. All right, guys, you ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it then. I'm Nick Potter.
I'm Joey Potter.
I'm Jean-Claude Van Colin.
And I'm Time Dad.
It should have been John Colin Van Dam, you piece of shit.
What the fuck?
And it hasn't just been real, it's been very real.